everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Artisan Pirate here, and in today's fun scroll saw project video, have an amazing portrait designed by Steve Good, and it is a large pattern, as you can see. The pattern is the famous Indian sitting bull. Was a 3-page pattern, and this pattern is over 20 inches long, so keep that in mind because my Delta scroll saw is 20-inch, meaning from the blade to the back of the throat where it does the U back towards me is 20 inches. So I'm gonna have to be creative with cutting this out. I'm really excited to do it. Now on my mom's side, now you go back a few generations, there is pure blood Native Americans in our family, and a lot of people say I have a Native American nose, whatever that means, but I'm proud and take pride in it. My mom had her living room when I was a kid decorated in total Native American stuff. Her ceramics, Native American, the vest and all that they would wear, had that hanging up. Really, really awesome, and I respect the culture and everything. Sitting Bull is a prominent figure in Native American heritage, but really, really awesome. This is a Steve Good design. I've got the pattern printed out to full size. As I said, it's a 3-page pattern, so it is a big pattern, so we're going to take our time with it. I'm going to try to cut everything out with my normal number 5 reverse tooth sharp tooth blades, but if I have to stop and switch to the dreaded spiral blades, I will stop filming to give you a short description on spiral blades before we continue on with the project. Let's head over to the drill press. We're going to drill all of our pilot holes, and I'm going to start at the face because I know the blade, I can kind of pivot and be able to get all this detail with the straight blades, which I'm more comfortable with. But right now, let's head over to the drill press, drill our pilot holes for this project, head back to the scroll saw, and start scrolling. And over here on the drill press, we're going to use a tiny drill bit to drill all of the pilot holes for internal cutting. There is quite a few on this project, between 60 and 70 internal cuts. But we're not going to let that intimidate us. We're just going to take our time and get all the cutting done. Now over on the scroll saw, we're going to begin with Sitting Bull's face. Some of the finer lines in his face are real tedious to cut, but take your time and you'll do great. I am using number 5 reverse tooth, sharp tooth scroll saw blades for all of the cutting on this project. Thankfully, I did not have to go to spiral blades. I got all this cut out with the number 5 blades, and I did not break a blade. The speed on my scroll saw is between a 5 and 6, and the tension on my blade is a 3.5. Once again, this is a free pattern you can get. It is by Steve Good, and you can head over to his website at scrollsawworkshop.blogspot.com and download this pattern for free over in his pattern catalog. Just taking my time with the face here. The eyes I really took my time with and just got them cut out because I wanted both of the eyes symmetrical. And now you see I have most of the internal cutting done. Took me around an hour and a half to 2 hours to cut this out because of the size and the detail that's in the piece. Sitting Bull is such a legendary figure, and I hope this piece is a fitting tribute to the man. And if you ever want to know how fair the government is, just ask a Native American. If you guys like what you're seeing, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me over on Instagram at Artisan Pirate. I'd really appreciate the support and the subscriptions. Once again, I just took my time with all the cuts on this and let the blade do the work, and everything came out nice and crisp. Another amazing design by Steve Good. Beginning the final internal cut here. Now we will take the piece over to the workbench and remove the pattern. And this is why I like just clear packing tape, because everything just peels off easily. Now we're going to head over to sanding, and this piece has some fragile, delicate work in it, so I did not really press hard. I just let the sandpaper do the work here with the Orbit sander, and then I switched to the 100 grit sandpaper on the palm sander. And then off camera I spray painted a piece of 1/4 inch plywood black, and we're going to use that as the backer board, and I'm using Gorilla wood glue here to glue everything up. And I will use spring clamps and a few strips of wood to add pressure to some of the center detail to make sure there's even pressure all over. And I'll let this dry around an hour, and then I came back and removed the clamps, and then I took the piece over to my new rigid belt sander and sanded everything flush. And I'm really liking this new tool out in the workshop. I've just got it sit here on the table saw for right now to connect the shop vac to it, but I edge sanded everything nice and smooth, and the project was complete. And here we have the completed Sitting Bull portrait cut out of pine over on the scroll saw, and it came out amazing. All that's left to do is clear coat it, and unfortunately I'm out of clear coat. I did not know that. I need to go get some more, but I will be clear coating this, and I'm sure that this knot right in here and then right down in here along the edge will really pop and come to the forefront and give it another layer of detail. But it came out amazing. All of the cuts are nice and crisp, and you can clearly tell who it is, the legendary Sitting Bull, who is a very prominent figure in Native American legend and culture, as he should be. But really, really awesome. It took me around 2 hours to cut this out because of the size of it. And because of the size of it, once I got done sanding, I measured from the top to the bottom, and it is 22 inches long, and I cut this out on a 20-inch scroll saw with straight number 5 blades. I had to re-drill some of the pilot holes to get them in there to keep from hitting the throat at the back of the scroll saw, but it can be done. Thankfully I didn't have to go to spiral blades, which I have a love-hate relationship with, but I did get it done. Again, it took me about 2 hours to cut it out. I did not break a blade during this. Thank you, Steve Good, for another amazing design. You are amazing, dude. And the 3/4 inch thickness of the wood gives it some nice depth and dimension when you look at it from different angles. But you can really tell who this warrior is just by looking at it. I hope I've done him justice, and I hope that this is a fitting tribute to the legendary Native American warrior. But really, really awesome. When I do clear coat this, I'll put a hanger on it, and I think I'm going to hang it somewhere in my room to remind me of my Native American ancestry on my mom's side. Or I might hang it out here in the workshop in a prominent location. But really, really awesome. I had fun making this. I hope you guys like watching me make this. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like and share this video. It really helps me getting these videos out there and motivating me to come out here in the workshop and spend some time making videos for you guys. But really, really awesome. Once again, thank you, Steve Good, for a great design. Really, really cool. Hope you guys liked this video. I had fun making the project. Remember, guys, if I can make it or do it, so can you. I'm the Artisan Pirate. Take care, and I'll see you guys real soon.